Everybody, good day from my side to you, and I hope you are having a wonderful moment out there. So, wherever you are watching, just know that this is a masterclass training organized by Think and Create Academy. So, you are welcome to this tutorial. And as we discussed earlier in the page, that today we will be discussing on the practical aspect of graphic design, which we will be looking at a software that is called Canva. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching us, just know that this is the software that we are talking about. Canva, this is the software that we are talking about. So, if you don't have the software, you have to download it, and then we proceed. So, as beginners, we are going to be moving on step by step on how to use this software. So, once you click on the software, if you are using the software for the first time, you have to do some of the steps, that is the processes in which you can sign up for the software. It says to continue up for free, we have to sign up. So we have to sign up either using your Facebook or using any other way, but I recommend you to use your Google account, that is sign up with Google account. So once you click on your Google account, then you have to wait. Okay, so you select your Google account that you'll be using. Mind you should know your Google account details, your name and your password. The phone that you're using, it must have a Google account or an email account that you are using to sign in or to log in using Canva. So once you sign up, if it is the first time, it will ask you like, how did you want to use this software for, either for professional use, for businesses. You can click on any step that you wish to do and then proceed in order to get to the interface of the software. So right now we are on Canva. Let's see how we can be able to do some amazing stuff with this software. So like I told you, this is the first tutorial of Canva training. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Okay, we are on Canva right now. We are going to be using it from fresh. So whether you are using your smartphone, either Android or iPhone, or laptop or computer, once you log into Canva, your desktop or the home of your software normally appears like this. This is how it normally appears, where you have Instagram posts, logo, flyer, social media handles. So I'm reading from this key. When you look at it, you see all the details that I'm talking about. Scroll, you see all these things. There are also different tools. So the other part here, which is the recent designed, is talking about, that is, if you have been using this software, any work that you create will usually appear here. So these are my recent designs that I did using Canva. So when you scroll down, you will see some of the things, but we are more focused on this place here, that is the 3 lines there on top. So once you click on these 3 lines, it will show you options. So it will show you options. You see, first it is showing us our personal account, our email account, that is, we already signed up in the software, so it is showing us our email account or our Google account. So once you click on that, you will see the accounts that you're using. As a starter, you will only see personal account, that is as a starter, but I have been using this software for years now, and I have different accounts, that is, I'm joining different teams that so all these teams that you seen I was once part of the team, but we are using the first one for now. So let's focus on that. Sorry. So let's focus on that. So once you click on the dash button on top, you'll see another options here. So the brand, the apps, this and this and this. So these are also they are professional features that we will not be looking at right now. So that's the only thing that I want to show you is that your account. Once you log in, your account must appear on top. You should put that at the back of your mind. So the other thing that we'll be discussing is the key areas of Canva. These are the key areas of Canva. That is the down button here, where you have the home. Where you have the home. Okay, so this is the home, this is the project, this is the plus button, and this is the template, and this is the pro. So we're looking at these three things one after the other. They are very, very important. So when you talk about the home, it is where we are right now. That is why it has a tick color attached to it. That is where we are right now. So wherever you are, it shows that down here that this is the place that you are. So we will be focusing on the home. That is where all these things usually appear. So the other thing is the project. The project, that is about, suppose that you were making designs using Canva. Once you click on the project, it will show you all the works that you have been doing. So these are most of the works that I have been doing, and it shows them here. That the works that I did, it shows everything here. So that is about the project. And the other key important area is this. That is this plus button. It is very, very key. So let's say we click on this plus button. You see, suppose that you're using this software, like you want to design a flyer, you want to design a logo, you want to design a certificate, or any other design that you want to do. You have to click on that plus button here. This plus button, you have to click on it, and it is showing us our search bar where we should search. If you don't know your search bar, this is where I mean. This bar where you can search. So once you click on there, it will show you something that you have to search. So let's say we wanted to make a logo, or we wanted to make a flyer, and we said event flyer. So you see, once you search for the flyer, it will ask you whether the size that you want and other stuff. So once you click on the size, you will see different. It will take you somewhere else where you will be doing designs. Okay, so you see, we click on it and it brought us here, So that is that. So we have to go back again. We still have to go back again and complete the last one, which is the template. So click on template and see. So for those of you who doesn't know what templates mean, these are designs that are already been created and posted in public for other people to use. Either you can improvise them, you add your own information there, you edit them to anyhow you wish. So all these are templates. So you see, all these are templates. So Canva have thousands and thousands of templates that you cannot complete watching or going through all of them. You just have to search the template that you want and go in with that. So let's say we want a birthday flyer. We want a birthday flyer. So once you search about birthday flyer, we are still looking at what templates are. You see, it is showing us thousands and thousands of birthday flyers that you can go through and see the ones that you want to improvise. Yeah, and see the ones that you want to improvise. But then, mind you, there is one thing that I want us to look at. That is, when you look at all these templates, you see this template here, there is nothing here, but this one, there is something here. And this template also, there is nothing here, but this one, there is something here. There is something here. So when you look at it, it looks like a crown. So wherever this crown is, whether the king or crowned, just know that it is a pro feature. I forgot to tell you, Canva is a software. It's a professional software that is used worldwide. It is used for professional designs. A lot of people are using the software. So the software is free at some point, but at some point it is paid. So if you have not get access to the pro version, that is the pro features, then you can only access the free tools like this. You cannot access this, but you can access this. You cannot access this. So anywhere you see the queen on top, or the crown underneath, just know that that template is a pro feature. So let's say we want to use this. We want to use this template, but it has a crown. Let's click on it and see. So you see what it is saying. You see what it is saying here? That is brown vintage floral adult birthday flyer. It is a pro. So this template is a pro. That means we cannot use it. Even though we can use it, but if we want to save our designs, it will put some marks. It will put a lot of watermarks on our designs that this software or this template we are using is pro. So let's try a free template. Let's say we want to use this template and see. Let's try this free template. So once we click on this template, you see it is taking us directly to design with this template. So we click on that free software. You see it is taking us directly to design this template. But when you look at this template, it also has pro features. So the lines that I'm talking about is this. You see these lines, these white lines, and you see the Canva watermark there underneath that stroke or that shape underneath, that is under the text Saturday, June. So that is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. You don't see the Canva watermark? So that is what I'm talking about. Once you use a pro feature, this is how it usually comes to you. This is how it affects you. So now let's go back. Let's use one sample to design, and then we see how best we can be able to use this software. So what we are going to do is we're going to click on this add button, that is this plus icon. So once we click on it, let's say we want a flyer. So we search about a flyer, but this time whether we want it has different sizes. That is the A4 size, the landscape size, the portrait size, and the advertisement flyer, so the animal size. So all these are different sizes. But suppose that, please write that on your notebook. Suppose that you want a flyer that you want to print it out, or you want a design that you want it to be an A4 size, that is an A4 size paper. You have to click on this. But let's say you want it to be a landscape. It will be a landscape. So when you're talking about a landscape, we mean like certificate designs. Most of it are landscape. So if you want a landscape, that means you have to click on this. But if you want it to be a portrait size, still it's the same thing as portrait size is the same thing as A4 size. So now let's use one template and improvise that. So let's click on templates. I will just select random template and see. So I have to scroll. Since this moment I'm not searching, I have to scroll, because when you look at it, you see it's search by category. Once you scroll down, you will see different categories. The first one, those are the inspiration. So when this one is the event, that is upcoming events. So these ones are logos. These ones are logo designs. There is logo templates that you can improvise. So you see, all these are logo templates that you can improvise. When I talk about improvise, I mean you can edit and use your own. So these are posters. These are posters that you can improvise. So these are new Canva. That is, there are new elements that are in Canva that you can also improvise. So we also have trending designs. So let's say we want to use one from these designs. Let's use let's go to, I'm looking for something that is something that we can be able to see. Okay, it is taking time. I don't want birthday flyer, but I want something that is visible. So let me search. Let me search from flyers. So right now I search from flyers, and I want us to go deep into the features of Canva, like how the design will look amazing, the things that are considered, the things that should be ignored, and the things that should be improved. So you see, I click on design, I click on a blank template, and it is showing us different designs, different birthday designs. But did we want any birthday design here? No, we want something. We want a design. Let's say we want advertisement flyer, advert flyer. So once you click on that advert flyer, you see it is showing us different templates. That is all these things that we can improvise on. So for those of you who are confused how I am able to get that, you see, the moment I click on, let's go back. Okay, so the moment I click on this plus button, the moment I click on this plus button, it brought us back. Okay, I click on this plus button, it says that we have to create a template. So let's say we want advert flyer. We search the advertising flyer. So then once we click on advertising flyer, it will show us options that we have to select from. So these are the options that it shows us. So these are the options that it shows us, but we want to choose one best, something best. Let's say we are still looking for a free template. Oh. Okay, now let's use this Barbin flyer. We are still looking for a free template, so let's click on that. Once you click on that, the template will now appear. So you see, once the template appears, now the options are also many. So these options here, these are all options, and these ones we have down are also options. So these are the places, let's say our workspace, something that makes our design looks great and something that makes our design look boring. So we will start with the down part here. We have the design. So when we talk about design, it means a template or layouts. It means templates or layouts. Let's say we don't want this barbing flyer. We want something different. We want an event flyer, or we want something different from barbing flyer, or we want a birthday flyer. You have to click on design. Click on design. Maybe you go back, you search for a restaurant flyer. RESTURANT, restaurant flyer. You search for restaurant flyer, you see it will show us different restaurant flyers. Still free and pro. We have free and pro, but there are a lot of free features that you cannot finish using them, and there are also a lot of opportunity that you can leverage on. So this is a free one, and it is also nice. So let's click on it. Did you observe something? The moment I click on this this restaurant flyer, our barbing design disappear. So what that is telling you that is that you can change your design. That is, if you suppose that you want to design a birthday flyer, but you see a restaurant flyer, you can change the layout or the setting or the template to a birthday flyer, to a restaurant flyer that you want. Even if you want, you can change from this restaurant flyer to a different flyer. That is different restaurant flyer. That is, if we don't want that restaurant flyer, we want something different, you can still go back, click on design, search, and click on the one that you want. So let's say we want to use this one. So we continue using this one then. So now the other thing is elements. Please, you need to write these things down so that you can be able to understand them. So when we talk about element, this is what we mean, the elements. So during our introduction, we said elements, there are different elements, fundamental elements in designing. That is, we have images, we have shapes, we have lines, we have colors, we have textures, etc. So Canva also have different elements. It has thousands and thousands of elements, and these elements, they are used for where you can get access to the tools. So when we talk about tools, graphic design is just like when you are in a mechanic industry, your customer's car have a problem, you need tools. You need different tools, you need different spanners, and all these tools, they have a specific purposes that they are being used for. That is the same thing as graphic design. You have different tools that you can get access to using elements. So let's click on element and see. Click on element and see. You see, it also have search bar. It also have search bar, and that is this. But when you look at it, the most interesting thing about it, I was talking about shapes during our introduction, during our theoretical introduction, and these are shapes. Shapes are here. So look for see all and see. You will see different shapes. So all these are shapes. All these are different shapes that you can use. There are free shapes that you can use. So let's click on one shape. Let's say this is a square. This one is a square, but it has corners. Circle, triangle, triangle upside down. This one, this one, this one, this one. So all these are shapes that you can use. You also have lines here. You have lines. All these are lines that you can use. So let's click on one square. Let's click on a square and see. Sorry, two shapes appeared one. So let's click on a square and see. So you see this is also a shape. You see a shape. This is also a shape. So you see, this is what we are talking about when we say shapes. And that is it. So let's delete that one and still talk about another thing. Let's say that is about shapes. And the other thing is, you go back, you have graphics. So these are graphical elements that are also found in Canva. So once you click on it, you will see thousands and thousands of different graphic elements. That is, you have logo icon, email, phone icon. So all these are elements that you can use. All these are elements that you can use in your designs. It depends on the type of work that you are doing. So stickers also, photos also, the same thing. It has thousands and thousands of photos that are on Canva. You have thousands of photos. It depends on the type of work that you are doing. When you are working on a certificate design, you need photos that are related to certificate. When you are working on a restaurant flyer, you need photos that are related to restaurant. That is the menu images, you need those things. So when you are working on different designs of flyers, you still have to know the type of images or elements that you need in your design. So that is about photos. So that is where we will stop. That is where we will stop, and then we look at other key element. So after photos or after elements, then we look at text. This text is also very, very key. When we talk about text, it means when you want to add a text in your design. That is, like, suppose that you want to add a text like this flyer. It doesn't have 30% discount. We want to add 30% discount on our flyer, or on our flyer. We are going to click on text. You click on text. You add text. Also have different options, but the key areas are add a heading and add a subheading. So this add a heading means it is a bold text, that is the bigger one, and a subheading is a smaller text. So let's click on the bigger one. You see, that means we have to edit it. So we delete this, we backspace and delete, and then we put 30%. So we put on 30%. Now our 30% is here, but then it is very dark, but we'll discuss that later. So I just want to show you how to add text. So the other thing is gallery. We all know what gallery means. It means images. That is, suppose that you want to add an image in your design. That means you have an image already stored in your phone that you want to add the image here. You can click on this gallery and it will ask you, let's say if your phone haven't allow you to import images, you should allow it. Then we have to import, that is, we bring back an image from our gallery and then we add it here. So I have to select on just one image. Then I click on add to page. You see that image here, the image is here. So the image is here. That means you can add different images onto your design. Let's say you are working on an event flyer and you want to add an event image. You can still bring back the image into this box. So basically those are the few key areas that I want us to discuss at our level. And the other thing that I want us to look at is the upper part here. That is here. That is this, no, and this and this. So we start with this. That is undo and redo. That is, if you have done something that you made mistake and you want to come back, you click on this first one. You see, we deleted the image, but we want it to come back. We delete the image, we want it to come back, we click on this. If you want it to go back, you click on this. So that is what that thing do. So the other thing here is these three dots here. These three dots that we have here, they're also very, very important. So once you click on them, it will show you different options. So as we keep on proceeding, we will get to understand most of these things in our discussion. So the other thing here is this, that is the save icon. This which looks like save. Let's say you are done with this design already. You want to save, then you have to click on this to save, and this also to save. So guys, those are the key areas that I want us to discuss with. But before we move on, I want to show you something. You see, right now our interface appears like this because nothing is highlighted. Let's say we highlight something. Let's say I touch the food. You see, no, let's start with I touch the image. You see, these arrows here, these lines, wherever you see them, this thick colored line, wherever you see it, that means that item or that element is highlighted. So we already highlighted the image here. So once it is highlighted, whatever changes that you are going to make will affect only this image. Whatever changes you are going to make, it will affect only this image. So when you look at it, it shows us different options. That is, the down part here, options appears there. We have different options here. We have replace, crop, adjust, background remover. The more you see, if you keep on scrolling, you will see different elements here. So let's say let's say this image, you want to replace it. If you want to change this image, you click on replace to change the image. If you want to crop the image, crop means, let's click on crop and see. If you want to make adjustments like to zoom the image, use this crop. You can crop it using your hand. That is, you put one hand here, one hand here, and then you zoom in and zoom out. You can do it through that. You can also do it through moving it. You can do it through moving it. Click on the image and start moving it to the level that you want it to fit in. So it also has adjustments. That is, if you want to adjust the colors of the image, if you want to adjust the color of the text, you have different adjustments. That is, you have